everybody, so today is finally the day. I'm starting to work on the zip hoodies. I know you've all been waiting for them. Why is it taking me so long? Because I want to make the perfect zip hoodies. There's a couple things about most mass-produced zip hoodies that drive me bananas, and my hoodies are not going to be like that. They're going to be the best hoodie you have ever had. So the number one thing that drives me bananas about mass-produced hoodies is the lettuce zipper. So this is an old hoodie of my husband's, and you can see the zipper is not laying flat. So when this is on the body, the zipper is going to do this. Drives me crazy. The reason this happens is very simple. Zippers don't shrink, but fabric does. So, you know, the fabric has shrunk, the zipper hasn't. It's still trying to push itself out to its full length, but it can't, and then you get So, I have made one sample so far, and it is lettucing a little bit. I have worn and washed this sample 5 times. Every Haliburton Clothing Company sample gets worn and washed 5 times before I do any kind of grading or cutting or production at all. Because number one, we got to make sure the fabric is performing well. If it doesn't look good after 5 washes, and number two, I got to see what's happening with the fabric. You shouldn't put your clothes in the dryer, but I know you're going to. So I do put clothes in the dryer when I'm wash testing them. But you shouldn't. Your clothes will last so much longer if you don't put them in the dryer. Anyway, this has been worn and washed 5 times, and now it's time to see how things are going. So you can see this is definitely lettucing. I don't know if you can see this at all, but you can see how the zipper's pushing down here. Doesn't look good. So I ripped the zipper out on the other side, and this will allow me to see exactly how much longer I need to make the body fabric so that after it is shrunk, it is the correct length. And it looks like this needs to get a good 1.5 inches longer. So that's what's going to happen for the next sample. Now the reason this isn't done on mass production, the reason why mass-produced hoodies all come with lettuce zipper, is because every fabric shrinks a different amount. And so if I was going to adjust my pattern to be the correct length after it's shrunk, and I wanted to cut 5 different fabrics, you know, if I was a big company making 10,000 units, I would have to make a different pattern for every single one of those hoodies. The testing process is pretty lengthy, like 5 washes and 5 wears, right? It's a very involved process, which big companies don't do. I do it. I'm a small company. Me and my husband love testing garments. We're out in the bush, you know, doing stuff, having fires, whatever, making sure that every HCC garment is going to survive life in the Highlands. So yeah, number one is having to create separate patterns, and number two is having to do separate cuts. Everything has to be cut separately if all the pieces are slightly different sizes, right? So the other reason this isn't done at mass production is because if this zipper is 23 inches, if I have to cut this body piece, say 25 or 26 inches even, if it's a really, really shrinky fabric, how am I going to sew a 25-inch piece of fabric into a 23-inch zipper? Right? Well, that's a technique called easing. It's a very advanced and difficult sewing technique. It's very finicky, and it's not really good for mass production sewing when you're just trying to do everything as fast as possible, right? So obviously at the Haliburton Clothing Company, I'm taking my time. I'm doing a good job. I'm really, really picky about things. Everything has to be just so for me. So I want to make this the perfect hoodie, and so I will be easing the fabric into the zipper. What that means is when you get your hoodie, you might notice that the zipper is here, but the body is hanging a little bit lower. But that's a good thing, because after you wash it, now everything's going to be perfect. And for the life of your hoodie, you are not going to have lettuce zipper. So that's hoodie problem number 1. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for hoodie problem number 2.